computer. Okay, so welcome to today's class. Today we're looking at inflammation. So why inflammation? Inflammation because we need to see how our products help. You know, somebody will tell you, I have high blood pressure. You say, go and take shake off splina, red bubble tea. Somebody else will call and say, I have menstrual pains. Okay, go check off splina. Somebody will call and say, I'm finding it difficult to conceive. Okay, go take shake off splina, red tea ginseng. And what really is the underlying problem in all this, you know? That's why we're looking at inflammation. So we begin to understand why our products can really help people get better. That's why we're looking at what is the root cause of all this problem. That's why we're going to the root cause. So we're going to be explaining inflammation. We're going to be looking at what causes it. We're going to be looking at, okay, what really it is, okay, how can we protect ourselves, and then how can we help other people that are already having chronic health challenges, what are they experiencing, and then we can be bold enough now to tell people about our products with assurance that yes, it's going to help. Why? Because now you understand how the products really help. I hope that is clear. So we're going to take questions if you have questions. So take note of your questions as we move on. Okay, so that we can ask and then we'll answer those questions. So inflammation. Inflammation is an essential, see, it is important, very important biological process. It is an important biological process that serves as the body's first line of defense against harmful stimuli, including pathogens and damaged cells and irritants, okay? So when our body becomes injured, for example, or encounters an infection, it activates a defense mechanism to protect itself. So it does this by instructing our cells to fight off the invader. So this fighting process causes what we call inflammation, which often presents itself as swelling, redness, you know, you feel pain around that area. Okay, so that is what we call inflammation. Very clear, right? I hope this is very clear. So this is what inflammation is. So we encounter, children have it all the time. They are learning to walk, they hit their head, they fall down, they bruise themselves. Those are all inflammations, okay? So inflammation in its way is just something that wants to help us repair the body. In the process of repairing the body, it will now create that inflammation, you understand, because it is fighting the antibodies. Our soldiers are shooting the bad boys. Yes, that is it. So that war in the body is what we call inflammation. Now, in the short term, inflammation is a sign that our body is healing, that our body can repair itself, you know, that our body can protect itself, it can defend itself. Because if not, that means anything will just enter our body. Just like you leave your door open everywhere, area boys can just enter and carry your load and go. But you have gates, you have all the security things you put in place to protect yourself. So inflammation is a sign that our body is healing, whether from a grazed knee, maybe you fall down and bruise your knee, or from a cold, you know, you have catarrh and cough. If inflammation persists for a longer time, it is called a chronic inflammation. And that can indicate a health problem. So acute inflammation is crucial for healing and recovery, while chronic inflammation can lead to a variety of diseases, now including cancer, cardiovascular disorders, autoimmune conditions. So now you know inflammation is good when it is acute, but becomes a problem when it is what? Chronic. So as we move further, we're going to be explaining differences between the chronic and the acute inflammation. So you're walking down the road, you step on a stone, you sprain your leg, inflammation. That leg, you start limping for some days, maybe a week or 2 weeks, you're limping, inflammation. But after a while, you notice that you press it, they rub it, they stretch it. After a while, what happens? The redness will subside. That place will not be red again. It won't be swollen again, and the pain will ease. And then it will correct itself, and your leg will be back again. That's acute inflammation. So acute inflammation okay, That's it. So acute inflammation is the body's response to tissue injury, like I have explained before. So you have a bruise on the leg, you have slight headache, you stressed yourself, you didn't sleep well, slight headache, you just know you need sleep, your eyes are red, you go and rest, you sleep for like 2 hours, like when you wake up, you are refreshed. Inflammation. Now, it is the first line of defense against injury and is characterized by changes in microcirculation, leakage of fluid, and migration of white blood cells from blood vessels to the area of injury. Now, typically of short duration, very short, 3 days, a week, you have catarrh, 1 week, max 7 days to 2 weeks, it's gone. You have cough. When the cough is exceeding a week, 2 weeks, you have to go and check what type of cough is this. Okay, now, acute inflammation is primarily aimed at removing the injurious agent. Most of the time, it is self-limiting. So once it completes the repair, it will stop. So it will fight the stranger that came into the body. Maybe you ate, you're allergic to a certain food, you ate it, and it gets to your body, body begins to fight it. Your body will fight it, remove the harm. After like you have been throwing up and purging and stooling for like 2-3 days, all of a sudden it will stop. Sometimes just 1 day. By the following day, you are strong again. It is self-limiting, meaning it will stop once it corrects the problem. So it's short-lived, very short-lived. Clinically, acute inflammation is characterized by these 5 signs. So these are, I'm sure they are medical terms. Rubor, meaning it's redness. So redness, you have a fall, you have a bruise, that place is red. You have heat, that place is hot. That's a color. The place is hot. Okay? 2 more, it swells up, swelling, and then you have dolor. There is pain there. When people touch that place, you feel pain. Then you have functional laser, meaning loss of function. So for example, you fall on your shoulder by mistake. You notice that hand will be paining you for a while, or you carried something heavy. You notice that thing will pain you for a while. After a while, what will happen? It will correct itself, the pain will go. So these are signs of acute inflammation. Acute inflammation process is essential for tissue healing and for tissue repair. So this is clear. I hope we are sure. I mean, we now know what acute inflammation is. It's very clear to us that acute inflammation is needed for repair, for protection, and to fight all the things that come to destroy our body. While chronic inflammation, on the other hand, serves no function at all. It doesn't have function, it doesn't have use, and has been linked to many of the chronic illnesses that are epidemic today, such as what? Diabetes, cardiovascular disease, autoimmune diseases, arthritis, cancer, allergies, asthma, obesity. You keep naming all the chronic diseases, they are all as a result of chronic inflammation. Now, acute inflammation has a reason. Chronic inflammation has no use. And chronic inflammation can be building in the body and you will not know. You may think it is acute inflammation and begin to take medications that will just suppress it, not knowing that something bigger is happening in the body. So chronic inflammation lasts from months to years. Some people, before they diagnose them of diabetes, the body has been fighting that thing for over 10 years, 10 good years. So it piles up and keeps piling up. Same thing with cancer. It doesn't just happen. It's been on. The body has been, that chronic inflammation has been in the body for years before it gets to that level, and they tell you this is what it is. Now, to manage chronic inflammation, you need 5 steps. It's called SPEED. SPEED stands for 5 key lifestyle habits that you can adjust to help reduce or even reverse this chronic inflammation. Okay, I hope this is clear. It is SPEED. S stands for sleep. P stands for psychological stress. E stands for environment. Stands for exercise. And number 5 is D for diet. So speed is how you can begin to protect yourself day in, day out from chronic inflammation. Why? Because chronic inflammation does not announce itself like acute inflammation. It doesn't announce itself. So you have a headache today, you take your painkiller, after like 2 days, it is gone. In another 1 week, you feel the headache again, you take painkiller. So for you, it's a normal occurrence, it's nothing big. Meanwhile, the body is undergoing a lot of stress as a result of chronic inflammation. Then one day the person goes, they check the vitals, oh, it's malaria fever now. And it's the way it comes and goes, and they check it and say, no, this is no longer malaria fever. This is now high blood pressure. This is now whatever. So what's sleep? Let's explain speed for us now. Number one, we have sleep. Several studies have reported an association between poor sleep and what? Inflammation. So if you don't sleep well, there's a problem. We all know that if there's something in bed, why we all need bile elixir is because bile elixir helps you sleep. Why? Because when you sleep, your body will be able to repair itself. Your body only repairs itself when you sleep. So if you're not sleeping enough, and not just sleeping enough, but sleeping very deep for repair to happen, you notice that your body will forever be inflamed. Inflammation is like fire in the body. It's like fire burning in the body. When you use wood to cook, firewood to cook, it's Christmas now, so some people will understand. When you use firewood to cook, you notice that when you finish cooking, you separate the wood, okay? If you don't, you now pour water on the wood. If you don't separate it well, you notice the wood will keep burning, but you won't see fire. But you see that the wood is burning. It's burning. But you won't see fire on the wood, though. But you know that there's fire inside the wood that is burning. That is inflammation inside the body. Alterations in sleep have been shown to increase a range of inflammatory markers. In addition, several of these inflammatory processes have been associated with reduced health status and inflammation-based diseases such as what? Cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, arthritis, and obesity. So what is psychological stress? Remember, we're looking at SPEED. SPEED is an acronym to tell us how we can protect ourselves from inflammation, and if we're already experiencing it, what we can do to put out the fire that is burning inside our body. So you have psychological stress. Psychological stress, more we call it emotional stress. These days, they tell you it's mental health. Chronic exposure to stress is associated with an increased risk of disease. Clinically, there is an association between repeated stress and aggravation of what? Inflammatory disease symptoms. For example, cancer. It's been proven over and over that when you have emotional stress, people that have cancer have severe trauma. So many of them is from divorce, people that have experienced very bad divorces and have had traumas in their lives. And that trauma, what people say, those that practice spirituality will tell you they gathered that trauma in a certain part of their body, and that's where they will find the cancer. You understand? So when you are experiencing stress, the best you can do for yourself, take yourself out of that environment or find a way to relax yourself, because mental stress is terrible. Sometimes it's from work. We've had people who come to work in those days in banking. You see them working in the office. They've been married for years. They can't have babies. And the day they resign from that job and go home, and they are looking for the next job, that gap between when they left work and looking for the next job, they will take in and have babies. Psychological stress. Psychological stress. So we have to be particular about what we allow into our mind. Now, this one now will come to personal development, okay? Which is what we do on Saturdays. So I won't go deep into that, because our thoughts, we can't separate our thoughts from us, in the sense that any thought we agree with now becomes us. So you're on social media, all you're watching is, oh God, all you see is how crisis everywhere. You are stressing your mind. It's not helping you. So you have to begin to choose what you allow into your mind. Psychological stress is not good for anybody. You can see now it leads to chronic inflammation. You hold somebody in your heart, you can't forgive. You think you are doing the person, but you're doing yourself. The Bible says, can you hug coal Abi, that's what it looks like. You can't hug cold now, burning cold. But that's what we do when we put people and say, I will never forgive you for what you've done to me. So psychological stress is terrible. We also notice that, somebody, we've seen instances where people get angry and they are shouting in that emotional war, the person collapses and experiences a heart attack and the person dies. Psychological stress. So the next one is environment, or this one we're all used to it. So persistent organic pollutants, pollutants like insecticide, pesticides, fumes, all those are pollutants, are harmful chemicals that stay in the environment for a long time. Some of them stay in the soil. So you have mining areas. There are some areas where they mine. You notice that the mercury will stay in the soil, affect the water, affect the food. When the people drink it, they begin to have health challenges. They can get in our food, and because they easily mix with fat, they build up in the body's fat tissues over time. Over time, these things happen gradually. So you don't get them out, they build on top of themselves. So when the body is exposed to certain chemicals, the nerve cells release substances that trigger inflammation and cause diseases like migraine. So if you're experiencing migraine today, know that you are suffering from environmental problem. So what is that thing? What is that chemical that, you are allowing? They've also been able to prove again that menstrual cramps come as a result of, some people tell you it's from plastic, using plastic plates to eat. So over time, it is accumulating in the body. That's what leads to PCOS, menstrual pain. So if you are able to take those chemicals out of your, it could be paint, okay, mercury paint. They've proven again that mercury pain can also lead to, what's that sickness that children, autism, brain problem. So these are environmental issues. So when the body is exposed to certain chemicals, the nerve cells release substances that trigger inflammation and cause diseases like migraines, psoriasis. Psoriasis is a skin disease like eczema, but psoriasis is worse. You have asthma, you have rhinitis, you have arthritis. There's one I need you to take note of today, because as we move on, you understand why. Fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia is an autoimmune disease. And autoimmune diseases, they always tell us they don't have cure. So you can see what environmental problem can cause. It will lead to chronic inflammation that will cause fibromyalgia, eczema, rosacea, dystonia. These are all diseases caused by it. Of course, we have exercise. So we must exercise regularly. Now, when you exercise, they've also said there's an age, 50 and above. When you exercise, ensure you are not increasing your cortisol. Okay? Cortisol is stress hormone. So you exercise and stop, take early morning walks. Don't do something that, know your body limits, for example, when you exercise. But it is important that we move our body on a daily basis. This plan of you sit in one place, you cook there, you stretch your hand on the TV, you wake up in the morning, all those sitting down, not moving, or limited movement is not good. We must deliberately exercise, deliberately move the body. So regular exercise protects against disease. And of course, diet. We're all used to diet. We all know diet. This is our own, will I say, area. Our core deliverable is diet. Everything we do in Edmark is diet. Adhere to a balanced diet consisting of healthy carbohydrates, good fats, unsaturated fatty acids, and monosaturated fats, adequate protein, and cultured and nutrient-dense foods. For me, all this thing is big. For me to start picking and adding up, and that's why I love my Edmark products. I take it, I know I balanced myself. You understand me? Okay, so one thing again is that we cannot trust the food we see outside now. Why? Because of environmental factors that we just mentioned. Chemicals in food, preservatives. I saw one, I don't know what they're doing with palm oil. I don't know what they're putting in that palm oil. I didn't quite I looked at the video, I said, what is this now? Just to make the palm oil red. Because it has stayed long, they want to sell it that to look fresh. They are mixing palm oil with, I don't know, something red substance like this. Palm oil again. So these are... our body. Sorry?
Paint.
Something. It's paint.
Paint.
It's paint?
Yes.
You are sure it's paint?
Yes.
It's paint.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes.
Just to make it look fresh so that people will buy. Do we want to talk about how they rub chemicals to make things ripen so that the plantain will be fresh and look yellow? That's the one we like. Or is it the one they put in beans? You buy beans now, they've even stopped, they know you will smell sniper. And if you buy beans that has sniper, you will taste like kerosene. But this one now, there's one powder they sprinkle on it. It's powder now. So when you are picking the beans, your hand will be, it's like you will see the white powder. You feel it you see it on your palm. That's what they now put in beans. So there's so much that we need to be deliberate and intentional about taking care of ourselves, because long life is good, but long life in good health is better. You understand? Okay, so let's look at differences between acute and chronic inflammation, because we've been discussing inflammation. Remember, speed is how we can protect ourselves from inflammation. Speed. Okay, we have sleep, psychological stress, so avoid it. We have exercise, ensure you move your body. We have environmental factors, ensure that you are not in a mining environment or you use insecticide. You know how to get those things out of your body. Spirulina will help, shake off will help, splina will help. Ensure that's the work of spirulina, is to absorb bad metals from the body, metals like mercury, you know. Ensure the toothpaste you are using is not chemical toothpaste, so that you are not swallowing it. You know, remember, it's a build-up. So you keep using the toothpaste over and over, and it's chemical toothpaste. You keep using it over and over. It's not today you will hear of it. Oh, another 10 years, another 15 years, another 20 years. Now, the key difference is now, acute inflammation is a rapid short-term response to injury or infection, typically lasting a few days, very few days, then it's gone. So sometimes you have a cold, you don't even take medication, and what happens? It relieves itself. After about 7 days, you are well again. But chronic inflammation is a prolonged, long-term response that can persist for months or even years, and it is eating away at your body and may be linked to many serious diseases. The key differences lie in their duration, okay? Cause and what? Cellular mediators for healing and recovery. Chronic inflammation can lead to a variety of diseases, including cancer, cardiovascular disorders, and autoimmune conditions, okay? So this is it, but let's also put it in tabular form so that we can see the difference. So you can take a screenshot of this so you know the difference. Acute inflammation in duration is short-term, from hours to a few days. Chronic inflammation is long-term, can be weeks, months, or years. So somebody has a cough, in 7 days is not gone. Even you will tell the person, guy, go and check that cough. The person will go and check. 2 weeks, 1 month, still coughing. They go and check, say it's tuberculosis. That's chronic inflammation, okay? Now, the cause of acute inflammation, it is sudden. So you fell down suddenly, a sudden injury, a trauma, or an infection. Chronic inflammation, the cause is persistent, unresolved injury, or ongoing causes like lifestyle factors, for example, obesity, stress, poor diet. So you can see these are the things that build up to cause chronic inflammation: obesity, stress, poor diet. Now, fat, and not keep person. No, you not keep person, and yourself, you just put on the line. Nobody wey you kill, now yourself you put on the line. You understand? So these are the things now that are building up and causing chronic inflammation. Now, the primary cells that work on acute inflammation, we have neutrophils and granulocytes. For chronic inflammation, monocytes, lymphocytes, and macrophages. Okay, what's the purpose of acute inflammation? The purpose is to fight infection and initiate the healing process. So there's a reason for acute inflammation. Meanwhile, chronic inflammation has no reason. So we have been taking in lead over time. Taking in lead over time is building, then the body cannot process it again. What happens? You have inflammation, and it's over years. This can lead to tissue damage and is a feature of chronic diseases, duration, cause, and cellular mediators for healing and recovery. Chronic inflammation can lead to a variety of diseases, including cancer, cardiovascular disorder, and autoimmune conditions. So you can see this is just a snapshot of the differences between acute inflammation and chronic inflammation. But note again, I want you to have a picture of what inflammation is. Inflammation is fire inside the body. It's like fire burning, gradual fire. That fire, like, how you burn paper and then you off the fire on paper and the paper is still burning, but you can't see physical fire, but the paper is burning. That is how inflammation, that's what it does to the body. So we've seen it causes pulmonary diseases, Alzheimer's disease, cardiovascular, cancer, diabetes, neurological diseases, autoimmune diseases, arthritis. So you can see that, in short, nearly all diseases are linked to inflammation. But what type of inflammation? Chronic inflammation. So all cancer stages, the initiation process, the progression of cancer, metastasis of cancer, meaning when it spreads to the liver, to the brain, to the kidneys, to the organs, other organs of the body, all stages of cancer as a result of chronic inflammation. Okay, you have neurological disease like depression, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, multiple sclerosis. These are all, we say, diseases of the brain, or the new neurological disease that they has to do with the central nervous system. Diabetic complications, neuropathy, retinopathy, hypertension. Diabetes causes hypertension too. I hope we know. Diabetes causes hypertension, atherosclerosis, heart disease. Pulmonary disease like asthma, COPD, hay fever, bronchitis. Bone and joint disorder like osteoporosis, rheumatoid arthritis. Osteopenia and osteoporosis. Osteoarthritis, sorry, is the first one. So you have metabolic disorders. This one is the one that will tell you that you are 22, but your inside is working like 77-year-old. That's metabolic disorder. You have type 2 diabetes, fatty liver disease, renal failure. Renal failure is renal waste coming out of the body. That's whole process when it fails, and then that person cannot push out waste anymore. You have autoimmune diseases like IBD, Crohn's disease, colitis, lupus, multiple sclerosis, type 1 diabetes. Of course, fibromyalgia is one of it again. Cardiovascular diseases like atherosclerosis, heart failure, stroke, hypertension. So these are diseases caused by chronic inflammation. And remember, we know how to prevent. How do we prevent it? With speed. Number one is what? Good sleep. Sleep well. Psychological stress, prevent it. Don't be thinking in the name of I am thinking on my problem where you don't have. So that is not even thinking. On Saturday, you know what thinking is when you come to class on Saturday. Okay, when we are reading our book, we discuss all these things. So you should know how to manage your psychological stress. You have exercise. Ensure you move your body on a daily basis. You have as simple as an early morning walk. Just take your walk. Admire. You don't need to jog. Walk at your pace. It's beautiful. In short, you feel so light. You feel so, the hormones it releases are happy hormones. You have environmental factors, insecticides, pesticides, the body cream you use, oh God. Many people these days, you are toning. You are using chemical on your skin. Your skin is absorbing it, though. Let me just tell you, your skin is absorbing it. That's an environmental factor. And of course, the last one is what? Diet. So what are we putting in our mouth in the name of food? Today, I was on Facebook and somebody was shouting, we will tell you, leave bread, leave bread. You people will not hear. You think it's punishment. If you know what bread does to the body, you will not even touch bread again. And the person wrote a very long post on bread. He said the problem is that many people say eat in moderation. He said it's not moderation. Why? Because your body is already inflamed. So you don't even have moderation. Anyone you eat now will trigger a terrible condition. So just abstain from bread. He says, look, he said, I'll give you a challenge. Abstain from bread for 30 days. Whether wheat bread or whether white bread or any type of white flour. I think if I find that post again tomorrow, maybe I'll put it in the group so that we'll look at it. That bread is a killer, a big killer. And that's why if I'm working with you, you're doing P4 steps, first thing I take you off, I tell you to stop bread. just stop it first and give yourself, let your body, the ones in the body, let's take it out, what it has caused inside the body. I'm a bread lover, forget it. I used to be, but nowadays, I can do 2 months, no bread. I can do 6 months, no bread. Because when you understand what you're doing to your body, it's easier to abstain from some of these things. It won't be difficult. So we know that all toxins affect the cells first. And at the point they are affecting the cells, we don't feel it so much, okay? So you can see what a normal cell looks like. Cell attacked by free radicals. Free radicals like what? Psychological stress. Free radicals like what? Environmental problems. Free radicals like what? Poor diet. Free radicals like what? Lack of sleep. So it causes the cell to have oxidative stress. It will die. So damaged cells lead to damaged tissues. Damaged tissue leads to damaged organ. So you see, it's gradual. And then damaged organ leads to a complete body system that is down. And dying cells release what we call endotoxins that cause diseases. Now, you notice that this whole process to complete, you know that there is inflammation is the one burning inside, that is just burning, gradually burning, that will lead to the point where the person is on admission for whatever chronic disease it is. Edmark has always taught us that 90% of all diseases starts with these common symptoms. These are all acute inflammation, you know, joint pain, low energy, weight gain. But now it becomes chronic when it is persistent. Okay, it becomes persistent, long-term. Remember, chronic is long-term. Headaches, heartburn, indigestion, acid reflux, constipation, skin problems, memory problems. They are all signs of chronic inflammation. It can happen that you ate, you overate, you're having indigestion, and then it resolves itself. Remember, acute always resolves itself. In another one day, by the time you wake up tomorrow, you give yourself some gap, you feel better. Constipation. When you have constipation that comes this week, you go and take your medication, you manage. Next week again, you are constipated. It's no longer ordinary. It has become chronic inflammation. Okay, so this is a testimony I got from Facebook. Okay, she's known as the anti-cancer mom on Facebook. She said she suffered cancer when she was 26, and looking back now, it's beginning to make sense to her. Things that happened before she was diagnosed of that cancer. Now, the reason I'm bringing these testimonies, I need us to pay attention. Just pay attention to the common thing among these people. I'll be sharing their testimonies. Just pay, because I'll ask you, what do you know, what's this common thing, this common chronic inflammation that had started before they were diagnosed of that chronic disease. So every day was a struggle. I dealt with constant embarrassing gas. So that means she was always bloated, and sometimes went up to 5 days without bowel movement. 5 days without bowel movement. My intestines were inflamed and sluggish. At 26, I believe my diet of microwaved meals, you can see poor eating habits, reduced fat snacks, and diet soda was just fine. I counted calories and hit the gym nearly on a daily basis. Can you see? But in 2008, I discovered a swollen lymph node in my armpit, which quickly grew to the size of an egg. 2 days later, it was removed, and it was diagnosed with a rare form of stage 2 Hodgkin's lymphoma. Hodgkin's lymphoma is a type of cancer. I knew my digestive issues had to be connected, so we decided on a treatment plan that focused on healing my gut. Your gut is your colon, oh. Gut is colon. Before considering chemotherapy, this involved a drastic shift to a raw, plant-based diet. Raw, plant-based diet. A combination of cottage cheese and flaxseed oil and hydrocolon therapy, meaning she was now flushing her colon. Okay, but her own method, she used the hydrocolon. How would know that there are other ways to flush the colon? Some people use coffee, edema. They put coffee, I don't know, in one, something like that drip bag. It has a hose. They put in their bum. The coffee will go and flush out, you know, the waste. You know. As my digestion improved, this is the sweet part. As my digestion improved, my body began to heal. 8 months, just 8 months later, I was in remission without the need for what? Chemotherapy or radiation. So all she did was a lifestyle overhaul. She changed her diet. She took care of her colon, consistent detoxification of the colon. She began to eat healthy. No more diet cokes, no more microwaved foods. You know, she was now eating what? Plant-based diet, raw plant-based diet. And it helped her. In 8 months, no more cancer in her body. Now, this is her own testimony. You can notice what happened. She was staying without poo-pooing, without going to toilet for how many days? 5 days. No toilet. And she was exercising. So I'll be playing these videos. I need you to listen carefully.
One day I went out with my husband, and there was this couple. They said, "Oh, is it your mom?" So I got so frustrated and so disappointed, almost on the verge of being depressed because of that. So I spoke to my sister that knows I'm always happy. She's in Canada, so she called me and she said, "Why are you down today?" And I said, "Somebody said something that really hurts me." She said, "But you're really a strong person. What is it?" I said, "How can, because of diseases, my body has been so transformed that they think I'm my husband's mom?" She said, "Don't worry. I know something that can help." And I said, "What?" She spoke to me about the shake off only and the splinter. And I said, "I try everything. I tried product from Nigeria, from India, from Ivory Coast, from Cameroon, from Germany, from different countries. Nothing worked because I have all those autoimmune diseases." So she said, "Just try." And then I tried, and I had the fibromyalgia, I had the 4 autoimmune diseases. One of the autoimmune disease was with doing something with my neuron, the one that transports electricity in my brain. And they were saying within 2 years, I'm going to be on a wheelchair. I'm wearing really high heel now. And then I have this fibromyalgia, uncurable, chronic pain disease, 6 years without sleeping, 10 years of morphine. I was in for 12 years. I didn't say I have headache. I didn't say I have malaria. I have severe illness. In a year that has 365 days, I did not sleep 60 days on my bed.
Wow. And autoimmune diseases are not curable according to medical experts. They are not curable diseases. So, wow, you were able to come out of that using Eggbag products?
Yes, I was able to come out because all those autoimmune disease, uncurable disease, what are the reasons? Why do we have it? Our body is too acid. We have too much toxin. We lack vitamins. We lack nutrients. Our cells are not nourished. We don't have enough oxygen in our body. So now, when I started taking the product, my body had everything that they were lacking. Oxygen, balance was there with the spinal chlorophyll, and my organ was in place because of the MFT. I didn't even take the MFT then. It was the spirulina.
Okay,
Because it look after your brain,
yes,
after all your organs.
yes.
And the shake off, when I took it, it started cleansing my colon. You know, a dirty body cannot bring anything good. I always say to people, if you have a land and you want to start a farm, what do? You need to clear the land. You know, you need to clear the land. And our body is our land. Once your body is not clear, once your colon is not clean, full of toxin, full of all the bacteria, you know, you will be sick. Your body will be disturbed. Your body will start attacking itself. Instead of you building a defense, that defense will come and just destroy what is there already. So I started feeling sleepy before I finished my first detox.
Wow, after not sleeping for 6 days. 6 years?
6 years, day and night, because of fibromyalgia. I was not sleeping.
Wow.
Fibromyalgia is a chronic pain disease. And it's like rheumatism, but general rheumatism from your head to your toe. I was in pain 24/7, severe pain. I had some days I would pick up my edges like this and for like maybe a week until the muscle will come back. So within, I think, 2 weeks, I was yawning, I was dozing, I was starting feeling tired, and I said to myself, what's going on? You know? And I was always tired. The tiredness was gone. My energy was back. The happiness I used to have was back, you know. So I started being the mother I used to be. By the way, second detox, I was up on my feet. I had severe constipation. They used to purge me in the hospital once a month. I had severe anemia. I had blood transfusion twice a month for 12 years. Today, no blood transfusion.
What about your medication?
God, no more.
Okay. So I'll play Mama Angela's zone so that I want you to take note of, just take note of the, the common symptoms they all had. Different diseases to help you know they're all different diseases, okay?
That's how it made me start, just like that in the blink of an eye. Therefore, we start the model, the Zambian model. And we're just talking about the star who is healthy inside out. So when I came back, 2014, I went to the hospital to see my doctor. That was in October 2014. I went to see my doctor, and when I entered his office, he was like, he's talking to me now. He's telling me, oh, the next patient who is coming, okay, she can talk. So I'll advise you that you go out first. Just let her come because she keeps her time. So she's already here. She came earlier than you. So if I decide to see you before her, she will not let me. So once she's done, you can come in. So now I'm telling the doctor, I was like, who is that next person who is coming? Then she says, Angela's massive. I'm like, is that a smile for Angela? Is that a file for Angela? Then he says, yes. But this is Angela you're talking to. The doctor said, what? Then he looked at me. He said, what? He stood from the chair. He had to come out of his table. Stand up, madam. Is this you? Then when I spoke, yeah, the voice. Do you know that you are one person who scared me to death? Like all this time that you haven't been coming, I was so sure that that woman is gone. I was so sure that you are dead. The doctor hugging the patient, he said, that's something that I've never done. I don't do this thing. But I was so sure that you are gone. To be honest, I was so sure that you are gone. The past 6 months that you haven't been coming here, I was just so sure that you are gone. What did you do? I said, Doc, I am here. I am not dead. I am very alive. I'm very alive. So in the 6 months that I haven't been coming here, I lost 60 kg. I said, I've seen that. You've lost half of your body. But what did you do? I said, also, I came across food supplements. And so I have my Shaco phytofiber that started removing the dirt in the large intestine, dealing with my constipation, and dealing with that big stomach that used to see. Doc, I was moving with 40 kgs of fecal matter. You didn't tell me about that one. I was taking cleaner liquid chlorophyll. I started flushing the acid and the gases. And that cleaner liquid chlorophyll also had to deal with, my cardiovascular system and all. Then I was also dealing with, I'm also taking the meal replacement therapy. That meal replacement therapy started splashing the fats. You remember you told me about the fats. So now I'm here for one thing, Doc. I want you to do the same tests that you did the time that you admitted me. I want you to do it. He said, I'm looking forward to do everything. Then he was like, I think you deserve to be on this chair. Did you go to study medicine or you went to work on yourself? I'm like, Doc, I want to study everything. Tell me about the body. I know how the body works now. I know what goes wrong from the mouth to the anus. I know everything. I know what happened. I know what it means that with that cholesterol that was 320, I know that I was dead. But I am not dead. To God be the glory. I am here. So, what do you need? Blood sample? What? Just get everything that you want to get. I'm really looking forward to seeing the results. So that's how they got the full blood culture, went for ECG, went for echo, they checked the liver, the what, and the results went out. And I sat with my doctor there, and he was like, I can't believe. And here's your results. But I don't know, you don't have to tell me what's going on. Then he showed me the ECG results. He was like, you see, this is how a normal heart is supposed to work. And this is just perfect. And the fat has cleared, like you have no fat. That fat that was there around the heart, it's not there. The liver fat is gone. The cholesterol levels are clear, like normal cholesterol levels. Your high blood pressure is okay. That day it was again 110/70. And this blood pressure is really, really normal like this. I used to take in the That's how it made me.
Okay,
Just
sorry,
like
it has finished. Okay. So I want to ask now, what I've told, these are three different stories from three different, one had cancer, one had autoimmune disease, 12 autoimmune disease, not just one. The other person had high blood pressure, had, what else did she have? Angela had high blood pressure, fatty liver, she had fat around the heart too. Okay, so what was one common thing among these three people? Who can share? In the symptoms they were having, what was common among the three of them? Just unmute and say something. Have I lost everybody? Have I lost you?
No, ma'am. We are here.
Okay, so what's the common thing among these three people? I've shared three testimonies. One had cancer. One had 12 autoimmune diseases. One had high blood pressure, fatty liver, obesity, everything was wrong.
Here.
So what was this common? What's
The effectiveness of how they take their Edmark products now.
No,
they were
I'm
very
not
they
talking
were
Edmark
using that.
I'm not talking Edmark. What?
All of them are having
Their food, the food, their
color.
consumption pattern, the food they eat.
No.
Unhealthy color.
Unhealthy color.
No, come back. I know.
Unhealthy color.
What was the sign? The sign they had, all of them had. Remember speed. We're working with speed. Speed says what? Number one is what? Sleep. Number two is what? Psychological stress. Number three is what? Exercise. Number four is what? Environment. And number five is what?
The food they eat.
Diet. So you notice that the three of them had what? What here did the three of them have?
Diet.
Yeah. The list on the screen. What was the common symptom they all had?
Joint pain.
You didn't listen to that testimony. Do I need to play it again?
Constipation.
Constipation. The three of them had constipation problem. The lady with cancer said she does not move her bowel for 5 days. She does not go to toilet. EM Solange told you that she goes for pumping once a month for them to pump her so she can poo-poo. EM Solange also had sleep problems. She didn't sleep for 6 years. 6 years. Huh? Angela was constipated. So you can see that they all had the same sign, but they managed different diseases. Different diseases. This one is cancer. This one had fibromyalgia, autoimmune disease. She had more than one, but that was major, fibromyalgia. That's why I told you in the other slide, remember, I told you take note of that name. That was what she was suffering from her nervous system. It had to do with her brain, and they told her she'll be on a wheelchair. And Angela's obesity, high blood pressure, enlarged heart, she had fatty liver disease, everything was, even doctor said, I've not seen this, she's probably dead. So we'll come back to diet. It says the human body requires a tightly controlled pH level in the blood of about 7.4. 7.4 is slightly acidic. I mean, slightly alkaline, sorry, because 7 is neutral. Anything above 7 is acidic. So 7.4 is slight, is a little above alkaline. Okay. Sorry. Anything above 7 is alkaline. Below 7 is what? Acidic. So it's slightly alkaline to survive. In the past century, increased industrialization has adversely affected the pH of our oceans and the soil in which plants are grown. We know that it's more than soil now. They put fertilizer, they inject plants, they do all sorts now. The chemicals in our fresh fruits and vegetable is not here. Palm oil itself now we know is not fair. Everything in short, is now chemical. Consequently, this has had considerable influence on the mineral content of the food we eat. Acidic soil results in a reduction in the bioavailability of essential nutrients such as calcium, magnesium, iron, manganese, copper, zinc, thereby affecting the mineral content of some of our foods. So eating nutrient-dense foods rich in vitamins, minerals, and flavonoids is an effective way to calm inflammation. Remember, inflammation is like fire in the body, and then lower the risk of severity of inflammatory diseases. So now you see that this inflammation, before it becomes chronic, it piles up on top of the other. Today, for 5 days, imagine you can't move your bowel, you're not going to, that tummy will be bloated, you have gases, you feel uncomfortable, but she was exercising. That's the other one. And she thought she was eating healthy. She was counting calories. You understand? But she was taking soda, taking food, microwaving her food.
Sorry,
And suffering from,
that's why I'm dropping first notes.
and suffering from constipation. So these are early signs of chronic diseases. That is why we have a solution that will forever stand. A solution that has been tested and proven. It will prevent inflammation. It will help heal inflammation in the body when you consume it properly with proper diet. Okay? And that's why we tell you, when we put you on this, we tell you, that's why we tell some people, eat oil-free food. They say, why will I eat oil-free food? Eat oil-free food. It's proven now that the groundnut oil we call groundnut oil is not groundnut, or vegetable oil we call vegetable oil is chemical. It's actually petroleum we are drinking. Chemical. Complete chemical. Now, even the other, some people tell you that olive oil, if you use olive oil, it does not stay long on fire. So using it to fry fish is not right. Using it to fry plantain is not okay. So you notice now that, so for me, all those things, without my Edmark products, I'm sorry, I don't know how to balance all of this. So in Edmark, we have healthy living products that are 100% natural. They have the minerals and vitamins, the nutrients, flavonoids that the body needs. And these products can be split into 4 simple steps. First step, we detoxify, shake off phytofiber. Very important, because your health is in your colon, your gut. Remember your gut. Remember that woman with cancer. As her gut began to clean up, her cancer cells died. In 8 months, just 8 months, she was healed of cancer from taking care of her gut, of her colon. I won't be playing the colon video here. We're used to that video. We all know how that colon video is. Okay, step 2, burn fat. Fat where? Around the organs of the body, visceral fat. And of course, if you are obese, burn body fat, subcutaneous fat too. And of course, balancing. What are you balancing? The acid alkaline count in the body. You nourish the blood, you oxygenate the blood. Where you have oxygen, cancer cannot grow. And splina is that thing that will help it. And of course, we have our various teas and coffees. And with splina, we also have our spirulina, because our spirulina goes with balancing. So it mops up all the heavy metals in the body that we have taken in unconsciously from the air we breathe, the water we drink, the toothpaste we use on a daily basis. You are using toothpaste. You are swallowing gradually. It is building inflammation inside the body. One day they call it, it has built and built. The body cannot push it out again. It becomes a chronic disease. So these are all the things our products are spread, and these 4 steps stand no matter the product you get. So when you have to look at Bio-Elixir Beauty Pack is to enhance sleep, because the body needs sleep to repair. Imagine somebody not sleeping for 6 years. That guy even help I say 6 days. He said no, 6 years. Because she had to be taking morphine, and then she can't sleep the way, you need deep sleep for body repair. She can't go into that deep sleep for the body to repair. So they had even condemned her that, baby, you're going to be on a wheelchair, or in short, just be ready. They're giving her the death sentence. Until she came across just shake up splina, red yeast coffee, and spirulina. Those were the products she took. Those were the products. She told you by the second detox, she was up on her feet. Why? Her constipation was gone. So the health of the body starts from the colon. When we say that, some of us just think we say it because Edmark taught us to say it. That's why I had to play all these testimonies for us to link it and see that your constipation, the health of your colon, the health of your gut is very important. It can cause cancer. It can cause high blood pressure. It can cause autoimmune disease. It can cause migraine. It can cause skin breakout. It can cause eczema. It can cause, name it. Name it. And of course, you know our Terra water is going to be under where? Balancing. It's going to be under balancing with the splina and spirulina. So you see all our products are spread across these 4 steps. And once you implement these 4 steps on a regular, so this is a new month now, month of December. We are preparing for Christmas now. We had a leaders meeting with Dr. Joyce, La Joyce, and she was like, now you're going, don't eat greasy food, don't eat. But some of us know that, this Christmas, you can't just hold it. Sometimes you just want God that beg, make I just chop now. But know that you must also take care to detoxify. Detoxify yourself, your family. It's a prevention. We should not wait for this chronic inflammation to burn the whole body before we start correcting it. At that point, it's an emergency. It becomes an emergency. You're cooking with gas, and then you're frying something, the oil catches fire. It is easy now. You cover the pot, the fire will go. But where that fire, you could not arrest it. It now entered cotton, entered the whole kitchen. The gas exploded. The whole house is on fire. You are calling fire people. By that time, a lot of destruction will happen. The same thing happens with inflammation. Can we arrest it on a daily basis and flush it out every day? That's what EDMA products are for. That's what our products are for. So they are food. They are food. So when you are even eating your normal food, some people, they used to tell me about a story of a lady that was diabetic. So when she eats what she knows will trigger her sugar, do you know what this woman will do? She'll go and drink splina, raw splina. But it would have been better if she would mind what she eats. I hope you understand. Well, so that the body will now correct itself. There are many diseases they've said cannot be cured, that people have come to EDMA and they've cured them. For example, autoimmune disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, completely healed. Papa Sare gave testimony of his sugar level last week during the leaders' meeting. The sugar level was high. What did he take? Cafe Power Black. He was drinking it. Drinking it morning and night. Drinking Cafe Power Black. And then he used to be so tired in the afternoon, wanting to sleep. But found out that he has more energy now. And the sugar level, of course, normalized. So we have all this, in our hands. And these products are products that have been proven. If you've not proven, you drink it yourself. Notice how you feel. I always say shake up saved my life, sincerely, because my own was that constipation was major. 5 days, sometimes 1 week. Do my own 1 week, I not go even shake body, say I want to go toilet. But now it's no longer like that. So I want us to understand why our products are so effective. That's why I took us through this part. To understand that all diseases have a history. They have a beginning. They have a cause. So they don't come from the moon and just jump on somebody and say, it's you, I want to be in your body. It's our daily lifestyle that causes these diseases. To build, to enter the body. And then it is beginning to grow inside the body. And we do not even know. When I was having my constipation, it was just constipation, as in no big deal, constipation. Until I got to EDMA, I began to understand that if the constipation had persisted, it would have been, because I was already adding weight, I was already bloating, you know how you feel uncomfortable. Okay, so I will leave the floor open now for questions, okay? If you have questions, please ask your questions so that we can, or if you need a combination of products, maybe you have somebody that will help the person so that we can. So if you have questions, please ask your questions. Okay? Please ask your questions. Or if you have a contribution or you have a testimony you want to tell, you can also say that. Because it's already 8:08 here. I don't have to drag us too much. So please, I'm waiting. Or we are waiting, rather. So if you have questions, you have contributions, our products are daily consumables. So nobody's going to ask you, Madam, this one now, you say, I have this heart problem. How many days will I drink it before I'm well? When they go to hospital, did they tell them how many days they will drink tablets? Who is drawing on my, somebody's drawing on my slides. Will they tell them how many days they will drink the tablets? They tell them they will drink it for life. If by the time EDMA corrects your and you go back to that lifestyle, the problem will come back again because you've gone back to the lifestyle that started it in the first place. Okay, so if you have questions, please, they are daily consumables. Put in hot water for the teas and coffees and chocolate drink, enjoy. But you know that you are giving your body what? Help to fight all this inflammation, to push out all the toxins from your body so they don't accumulate in the body and become chronic inflammation and lead to chronic diseases over time. You know, it was before I came to Edmark, I used to believe that there's an age you get to be managing something. No, now I know it's a lie. Big fat lie. You know, the paradigms and paradigms are something. You don't know, they just run your life underground quietly. And you believe that thing, you just believe it, and that is it. But now that we know that no, it's based on your lifestyle, based on how you treat yourself, based on what you put in your mouth, based on what you do with your mind, psychological stress, then you know that you can take care of your body, okay? So if you have, okay, Chihuahua, please speak. Chihuahua.
Yeah. Excuse me. Outstanding morning, everyone.
Aside money, ma.
Yeah, I will really commend you, my amiable December, that you are doing great with all the research that you are doing so that we can understand better and have the confidence to really relate our AidMark products to people so that they will understand, because what you are really doing, in fact, is beyond my imagination, honestly. Like now, I don't even know that inflammation, there is good one and there is bad one. I don't know of any other person, but I really must commend you. You're really doing well. Thank you so much for taking out your time to make sure that we grasp what is given to us and to use it better. So, like as you have said, now I have a better understanding of how to relate our product with the problems that the society is having. It's true. Everything we are having or that is happening to us start from our mind, and it's until we clear the web in our mind that's when we can understand how all these things works. Okay, like Napoleon, he has written something on drugs for how many years? 1930s. And today, that is what people are talking now. Even when you go to the field and you're talking, you see some people say, you say 2 days that you are not going to toilet. That one is small, though. I can say 1 week, 2 weeks, I have not gone. In fact, it's from my mother, it's from my father, So now there is a clear understanding that this thing has been said before. So we have to spread the news. It's now in our hand to tell people, to enlighten people, and that is what social retailing or social network marketing is all about, for us to make our prospects to understand how they can use the product, make them understand it, teach them, educate them on how I'm not selling it. I'm using my product so that when I'm telling you, I can beat my chest and tell you that this product works. So, and most people that I've talked to now see reason why they should take care of their health. So what you're doing is good. So I must commend you, and I appreciate every single thing you're doing. And I say, God bless you, ma. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. I think I had a question. Thank you so much. Any question, any contribution? Thank you, my EM, my powerful EM. Thank you so much. Any question?
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Any question so I can release us to go and take care of Oga? Any question?
Thank you so much, Jisiama Deswa.
Thank you, my great leader.
Just to appreciate you for the knowledge you are imparting to us. I used to think inflammation when somebody have boy, something like boy, they say inflammation. I didn't know that is the cause of virtually everything. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank
We
you.
are grateful.
Thank you so much.
We're learning. Please, if you see that video, if you see the write-up on bread, please kindly share with us.
Okay, I will. When I find it, I'll send it.
Thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I want to thank everybody for coming.
Hello, outstanding morning, ma.
Mommy, outstanding morning, man.
I really do well. Well done. The only thing I want to thank you for, all this information you are teaching us, room and had a broken of the back. And I called when the wife called me, and I said that, do you know that if you try explain now, check off and red bubbles, both those products, and use it. Within a week, the woman called me that Baba has been working now, that he has been going to the hospital for the past 3 weeks, but now that he started using Splena, Shake Off, and red bubble tea, and it's working now. So he come back, he returned to me to come and buy more Shake Off for the Papa, and thank God the Papa is getting well. Well done for the performance, for the information you have been disseminating to us. I really appreciate you. Well done, man.
Well done. So,
You
what
do
was
well.
Baba managing? Hello, Mom.
Baba fell down in the bedroom and had broken back,
Oh,
and he has been carrying the Papa to the hospital. They have been bringing a physiotherapist to the house, but I just called her to come and be using cleaner, Shake Off, and red bubble tea, and the thing improved drastically.
so he didn't suffer a stroke?
No, but he has
Just-
broken back. The back is he was not able to walk.
Hmm.
No, I think his bone that the thing affected his bone.
Wow, well done, ma.
By using those just 3 products,
Yeah.
the thing improved drastically.
Yes, red bubble tea helps with the bones. That's why it's different from red.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes, ma.
What how would you recommend the combination for somebody who is allergic? Can you hear me?
No, you were breaking.
Hello, this is Emade.
I can hear you now, but you were breaking before.
Okay. Okay, how would the combination go for somebody managing stroke?
Stroke. Shake off. Okay, let me allow somebody else.
Yes, ma'am.
There are people that have treated people for stroke in the room. So who wants to respond to my leader? Somebody.
Yeah, the person will use Shake Off, Splena, red yeast, or red bubble tea. Then Spirulina. Then if the person is close to Terra water, beautiful. So you can add it to the blood can, reduce the thickness of the blood so that the blood flow will be easier.
So you
Hello,
start with
ma.
Shake Off. You start with Shake Off, Splena, and it takes red bubble tea.
Yeah, Shake Off, Splena, Spirulina, and red bubble tea.
I read this.
Hello, ma.
I read this. I have the arteries of the vein. It pumps the blood so that it will go free.
Okay. Mommy Okunola wants to say something. Mommy.
Hello, outstanding morning, ma.
Yeah,
Good morning, ma.
Yeah, I had a person like that. The moment they took the man to the hospital, at the hospital there, we just dodged cleaner to enter that place.
Yeah.
So as the man is taking the treatment, we were using cleaner water to suppress those drugs given to him. The man couldn't talk at the beginning, but within 3 days, he started talking. And after coming out from the hospital, I administered MRT, cleaner, just before generally, and he decided to buy it. And if you see the man now, you can't even see the traces of stroke in him.
There's also a man I met. What that man took was just shake off splinter. The man that came from Ivory Coast to look for me, from Ivory Coast, I posted it in the group. He suffered stroke. It was just shake off splinter he used. He doesn't know red bubble tea. He doesn't know. That was all they gave him. So now we all know that the health of the body starts from the colon. So they must do shake off, mandatory. Shake off is mandatory. When my cousin suffered a stroke, it was shake off splinter, red bubble tea. I would say red bubble tea, not red yeast, because red bubble tea is tea, red yeast is coffee. Some people hear coffee, they tell you no, they don't want. So red bubble tea. And then red bubble tea again works with the bones. It has polyphenol. It has polyphenol, which red yeast does not have. You understand? So everything that has to do with the bone, but it does everything red yeast will do, plus more. That's what you have in red bubble tea. So I will say, let the person get red bubble tea, shake off splinter. So how do you take it? Do your shake off. The person is already suffering, has already suffered the stroke. So shake off will be 7 days straight first. Start 7 days straight. Drink your splinter raw. First thing in the morning, 3 cups. Add to all the drinking water. Last thing at night, 3 cups. Diet must be properly supervised. So no bread, no oil, oil-free food, oil-free. When I say oil-free, no oil. If you cook stew for that person, no oil. No oil, no bread, no oil, no alcohol, no, what do you call it? Snacks, no mineral, water. Okay? Now, the person will take red bubble tea. Red bubble tea, first thing, take in the morning, take in the night. You understand? Our products do not have dosage. Anytime he wants to take it, take it. Do you get? There's no dosage. It will even help him. You understand me? So, when he gets those ones, let him start with those ones. Then his diet, green vegetables. Remember how it is. You have a circular plate. Carbohydrate must be reduced completely. Fist size, swallow. You see, I don't know if you have seen my hands. What we feel this person is vegetable, plenty vegetable. I always go as far as telling them, okay, can you just leave meat and leave chicken? Why? Not because chicken is bad, not because meat is bad, but because of the chemicals they use for these things. The body is already vulnerable. So I said, okay, just take roasted fish, boiled fish, baked fish. Don't take fried, anything fried. Do you understand? Nothing fried. So carbohydrate to be greatly reduced, increase the vegetable, put boiled fish, fried fish. That person will get up with physiotherapy. My cousin got up in 1 month. My father was shocked. 1 month. His own was bad. He was dumb. He was paralyzed. He was so bad. Where he sits is where you go and give him. He wants to pee. You pee inside bottle. He couldn't walk. He had a young wife, had young children. He was paralyzed one side, and the thing took his speech. He could not even talk. His own was terrible. That was, they went for brain scan. They saw where the blood clot was in the brain. So the question was, I asked the doctor, what is the solution? After 2 weeks of being in the hospital, the doctor was nice to me. The doctor said, and this is why I can't keep keeping him here. If I keep him here, you pay hospital bill for nothing. So I said, what do we do? He's a chartered accountant. He's the only one working. His wife is not doing anything. He has young children. No means of livelihood. So, well, we can only pray to God and then let him take his medications and let him eat good food. I said good food. That was when the thing clicked in my brain. Good food. Okay, Edmark products. We got him shake off splinter, red bubble tea consistently. And we didn't even have spirulina those days. You know, spirulina came later. And in 1 month, my cousin got up. 1 month. But he will use product though. So it's not the one that will drink product today, buy 1 bottle of splinter and think 1 bottle of splinter will last for a month. It's not that type. The body is already in trouble. We are rescuing the body. So the way he will consume is not the way somebody preventing will consume. I hope that is clear. So that's why I don't like patch work. If you're not ready to get the products, don't bother. Don't come and tell me it didn't work. I don't know if you understand where I'm going. Is it clear, my leader?
Yes, it's clear.
So, but they will
It's
supervise.
clear.
Yeah. Thank
It's
you.
just that food supervision. But
How?
I came back. I traveled. I came back yesterday. The two main people I went to see, they are down with stroke. I was like, what is this? It's just that supervision and continuity. There's just been a body in my heart. But,
When did they suffer the stroke?
one is this year, March, April. The other one said her own. She's a teacher. She was just teaching, leaving the class when I heard her. Since then, I think it says September 2023 or thereabout. I went to ECPO, I just came back.
Welcome
I
back.
just,
Now, what led to it? Is it
just
sugar or is it high blood pressure?
it's not blood pressure because the teacher told me there are times that she will have 200 blood pressure and all that. But that particular period, she just did it that same day, a few days ago, and it was 150 over
And
something.
not a few days ago, my darling. People that manage BP take their BP morning and night. You can't do few days.
Okay, I think she said that day also it was 150 because this somebody she's very tall, huge. When she's walking, the house is shaking. She said she even taught 3 period that day in school. She's a teacher in the secondary school.
But you know, stress can
That's she's
psychological
stressed.
stress. You
Yeah,
saw it
Mm-mm.
she's
now.
stressed.
But
You
now
people,
she's just confined to one place. The other one said he run all the tests. Don't know what happened. He was preparing for a program when he just see that he was having cramp on his leg. Before you know what is happening, or just within how many minutes he couldn't move the leg and all that. Even his tongue got twisted. It was just after a while they rushed him to a place and just like that. But he can talk now. There's improvement on the but when I saw it, my heart bleeds.
and the truth about it, I must tell you, is the fact that medication will not solve that problem. You can only manage it.
Exactly.
Medicine will never correct it. It can only diabetic
Exactly.
medicine. In short, over time, the side effects will even kill the person more than the
More
disease.
than the products,
That's the truth.
the drugs.
Hypertension, diabetes, the medications do not correct it. It's just management. So management is what they do. So you go back to fix your diet. Diet is key. You can see speed. This speed now, you can see it. Diet is key. You begin to move your body, your environment. What are you taking in that is chemical that you need to stop? Some people is alcohol.
Like these people I'm talking about, they don't drink. But when you talk of food, in the village now, it's just rice, beans,
But they have
yam,
vegetables in the village now.
They
swallow.
have vegetables
They
now.
have
Vegetable you
vegetable.
get in the village.
Eh? They don't have vegetable. I know Edo people, we don't eat vegetables, sha.
They do, but it's not like
Edo people know they eat.
even
We
the
know
day
they
I
eat.
was there, I was eating rice. I was like,
We know they
you're
eat.
not supposed to eat this rice like this. Not even with beans beside it. You're supposed to eat it with enough vegetable
Yes.
and all that.
So
So
who is
your
living
diet
with
need to
them?
change.
Who is living with them?
And their husband and wife living together now. Their children has grown. It's so
If she
sad.
loves her
I'm
health,
really pain. I don't really know what to do.
If they love
Because
their health, it's for them to
you
buy
work
the
now.
products.
Will you go and
Yeah.
shave head for somebody on the person's
Abi?
eh?
educate her? Educate her. They probably were not drinking enough water. They should begin to measure water intake. Now, if they were drinking, their body probably was not absorbing it. Now they add spleener to the water. They take spleener. They do their shake-up. They probably have never detoxified in their life. Ask them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So these are things.
That is true.
And then their diet. We will learn.
There are visceral parts too.
It will be high. There's no way it should not be high. And blood clots causes those things. So nobody loves bread more than me. But I had to talk to myself to have sense. Nobody loves Coke more than me. In short, when I drink Coke those days, somebody used to tell me that this one I just be doing Coke adverts because the way your facial expression when you take Coke can make somebody else go and buy and drink. But I had to talk to myself. No, that's the truth. And when I started drinking water and measuring water, I noticed I was no longer getting thirsty to think of Coke. I can stay 6 months no Coke. I can stay 6 months before bread. My mother-in-law came for Omugod. What was the fight we had? Bread. She will cook all the water yam, whatever. And it's not better bread that we sit down and fry egg. Just give me that from oven. I will just be choking hand like this. And choking hand and then put a bottle of Coke near me. I will not disturb you. I'm eating. I can go into the kitchen, cook for the whole house. I won't eat. Bread is there for me and Coke. You understand? But there's a level you get to. You can't cry more than the bereaved. You need to educate her. And then and get her products. If she has money, let her start with detoxification. Let her start with spleena and red bubble tea as her tea. Then her food. You want to eat rice. See us, we pile rice like Kilimanjaro. We pile the rice like this. Push stew. That's all we have eaten. No, you add vegetable. Now you teach her. See, the rice will be small. What we feel is the vegetable. You teach her. No oil in the stew. I cooked oil last week. Stew last week. I didn't put oil. It's possible and it will taste great. Put crayfish. Put what you need to put. It will taste great.
You can blend the carrot and put it. It serves as oil.
As oil? Yeah. Didn't know that.
It's very interesting.
I've learned something new today. Like oil.
Yes.
So sad.
When you put it.
Don't be sad though. Just educate.
Don't be sad though, because now when you're being sad for them, now you are also facing psychological stress.
I'm telling you, because the first son is a medical doctor.
I go just a pack medicine, give the woman drink.
Now medicine. Now there's one here. There's one woman here. That's the same thing. The son is in Ghana. When I talk, he said,
so
"Let me
me
show
will be accountant now. Me will be accountant now. On the educate mama doctor. That is just
it doesn't work that way,
so sad.
sister. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Most of the medical people, they don't advocate for alternate medicine. There's something I read about the British world that, in fact, is medical funds that is sustaining the nation. So, and they don't like using alternate medicine. And most people, all the things they're giving them, all the how do I say it? The medical facilities they are using is things that will bring money to them. Nobody wants to talk about how you can rebuild, how your body can rebuild itself through the diet we eat. Nobody is talking about it. In fact, if you raise your voice, it's either you're dead or they'll just put you one side that you will not talk again. So it's not about medical medical personnel living in the house or being a child to the couple. No, it's about awareness. What do you know about health? How do you know? Have you seen it work before? And that is your testimony to them. You understand? So it's not something you're going to stress yourself over. You let them, you educate them, let them understand. You understand? So that's just it.
When my cousin suffered that stroke, I asked the doctor, Dr. Innocent, the best doctor. I said, doctor, this medicine you are giving him, can't he? He said, no. Do you know what it does? You know, when your pipe is leaking, your pipe has burst. You know that you will take nylon, you tie that pipe. I said, yes. He said, is that the solution to the pipe? I said, no. That's what medicine does for high blood pressure. It just puts a valve on it. So that's why they tell them, the day you don't take this thing and the thing bursts, you know what will happen now? To the valve, if you remove the nylon without fixing it, that is it. It's just patching work. So it's not like it is going to control or regulate or remove the plug. We've seen the picture. Do I need to show us what happens when you have high blood pressure? Maybe we need to do a class on high blood pressure. Let us understand what really transpires, what happens. Is there also a build-up of all these things inside? Lack of sleep, build-up of psychological stress. Okay, see, my friend's mother, last week Sunday, took the children to church. Okay, finished service, wanted to drive out. I went to security. I was like, why did you let them park close to my car? You know, Her temper rose, just slightly, as in it wasn't a prolonged argument. After that, she entered the car. And what the doctor noticed next was that the woman was unresponsive. Immediately. Unresponsive. She's still in the hospital till today. But before then, the doctor said she's been complaining of headache for 3 consecutive days now. Headache. I'm like, is she managing high blood pressure? The girl said no. She was rushed to the ICU. I'm telling you real life story. As at now, I don't know if she's been discharged. ICU, you know what? Somebody in the ICU is like you are between life and death. Just that thing. But what we will say now is she was not managing high blood pressure. She was not, but she had headache consecutively for 3 consecutive days before that thing
And
happened.
now, for having that headache, maybe she'll just be taking paracetamol or Panadol, joining a chemical again in her body that will trigger her. That as she was not talking.
Yeah.
Maybe if she had talked with somebody now, they will say, or somebody just slap her, they will say they don't kill her. Or they don't take from village. Whereas the woman is already seeing the symptoms.
Yes. That's why they say we should not fight. That's why they taught us not to fight. So look at these things. We need to look at these 5 things. It has broken it down. SPEED stands for 5 key lifestyle habits that you can adjust to help reduce or even reverse the effects of chronic inflammation. Number 1, sleep. Number 2, psychological stress. Reduce it. Number 3, environmental factors. Fumes from generator. Fumes from keke mara. Fumes from Okada. Number 4, exercise. Be deliberate about your exercise. And it should be something you enjoy so that you don't go and exercise and increase your stress hormone, cortisol. And number 5 is what? Diet. So you need to sit down with her and tell her, I have a solution. It won't stop you. Take your medicine. That's where we are not competing with doctors. I've always said this. And for me, medicine is good. Medicine, I always tell you, is like you have a weak battery. Somebody comes to jumpstart your battery. They can jumpstart your battery and the battery will wake up and not die again. They can jumpstart your battery and because the battery is faulty, it will keep dying. Our own products, we go to the bottom root. Why is this battery dying? So it's not just jumpstarting it. Can we find out why it is dying? Is there an electrical fault in the car that is draining battery? Our own will go and fix the electrical fault and stop the battery from draining. Medication is good. I always tell you that our products will not affect medication in any way. But ensure, for example, somebody who is diabetic that is taking Splina properly must continuously check sugar level because Splina can drop your sugar level fast. You take raw Splina, it will drop your sugar level very fast. So you must monitor your sugar level so that you are not taking medication and drinking Splina and it drops below normal. I hope you understand that low sugar is also a problem. You understand me? So it is the doctor. You listen to Angela. Yep. Angela told us the doctor kept reducing her medication until there was no need for it. Even when he examined her the day she came, he knew there was no need for the medication, but his own medical practice does not understand the fact that how can she just come off drug? So it's okay, we will reduce the dosage until he could see she's stable. But when he examined her, he noticed the fat in the liver was gone, fat in the heart was gone, cholesterol level had dropped, her constipation problem had solved, her ECG was better, the heart was working properly. There was really no need for the medication, but he just needed to play safe. So what you tell them is they should not stop until they go for regular, somebody with stroke will go for regular checkup now. It's a weekly checkup. So when they check and she's getting better, why not? Why not? My brother, my cousin is still up and running today. So it's something we all, even all of us here, we need to be particular about our diet, sincerely. We need to be very, very awake and intentional about it. You should know where your body is telling you no. You should know it. You should know what happens when you take a certain thing, how you feel. Do your detoxification, not just selling the products. Money is good. I love money very much. But your health is key. My health is key. So consume the products for prevention. God forbid. Nobody wants to be in one place now. It's not a good thing to experience. So what I'll advise you to do, great leader, is explain what the products can do. They are natural products. There is no chemical. shake-offs that you are seeing, this shake-off, it's natural, it's fruits, fiber. Even doctor will tell you take your fiber. There is no doctor that rejects splina. Of all our products, splina, all doctors know splina. It's chlorophyll, it's vegetable. They know the importance of chlorophyll in the body. So let them know. The other one is just bubble tea is tea. Green tea plus red disc rice. That's why I said don't do coffee before the doctor will say you want to kill the mother. Then we join with prayer. There's nothing God cannot do. There's not, all the way to fertility, sincerely. When Nkiru came that time, Nkiru didn't believe anything now. So, okay, go and lose your weight. Oh, do before, just lose weight. She was going to the hospital to make cure, to do scan, full body checkup. When she came to Edmark, and we put her on Tanita machine. I examined her that day. I told her she just declared nose. Say, bye, press, I don't have money. It's okay. After a while, she heard Jessica's testimony. Triplets. Edmark products. A lady of 40-something years. She said, it's okay. My husband has the ulcer. What can I get for my husband? It's okay. Get this, get that. She got P4, got spiral, and went. She had no intention, or she didn't even believe. She said, my husband used to buy this product. I throw them away. They expire. Nkiru took in. Nkiru consume products, so I must tell you the truth. She's not here now. If you can call her one-on-one. No, when you already have issue, you see, that's where you must be ready to consume, like really consume it, because your body is highly acidic already. So we are looking for a way to bring down, see, your body is on fire. Let's leave it here. It's already inflamed. There is fire burning everywhere. It's how to put down that fire. We can't say we'll use one bucket. We use one sachet of Redis to bring it down. It will give you the effect. When you take that one sachet, you notice, I'm feeling a lot better. Can I get more? Because it's telling you it can get better. So they will consume products, sincerely. They will consume products. Because their body needs it now. You understand? So it's not an issue of management. We manage one bottle for 1 month. No, you can't do one bottle of Splina 1 month. No, you can't. At least for the red bubble tea, it's twice a day, non-stop, twice a day. A packet is 20 sachets, that's 10 days. When she begins to feel better, she can do once a day. But for now, we want to bring down all the fire, to quench all the fire inside her body. Inflammation, fire in the body. Okay? So, educate her, let her modify her diet. Don't eat rice alone. Measure your rice, put green vegetable, plenty green, and you notice you are full. That's food we eat all the time now. 10 days before health club. Have you forgotten? We practice it on ourselves, on our own selves. People come to P4 Health Club and in 3 days, they've regained their health. 3 days. We're not talking
And it was
3 days. I've done P4 Health Club in Ghana, Ibadan, Osogbo, Benin, Lagos. How many? I've done more than 7 sets of P4 Health Club in Lagos as a P4 Health Club coach. The lady that had infertility took in. The one that had braces, came with braces in 3 days, removed braces. Doctors told her she won't be able to walk. She got up in 3 days. 3 days of diet and Edmark.
even for me in Enugu, one woman could not climb the stair. They said I should come and meet her downstairs. I said if she should just manage. If it's crop, let her crawl and come upstairs. She now came upstairs. After 3 days, the woman was jumping up and down everywhere. It was last week that Facebook brought what
products did you give to her?
It's the P4 Health Club. You know, I trained them in Enugu now.
Yeah. So it's
even STM
yeah.
She have this thyroid stuff. I don't know what he was calling it, but his own is those hypokinetical. So he was saying he will not take the Edmark. They say he will not take the Edmark product. I say, as far as I'm the coach here now, is what I tell you to do that you will do. If you don't do it, there's no way you'll be telling me you're selling Edmark product without you testing it and see how it works. That Mrs. Ijoma now.
Yes.
My downline.
Yes.
She had thyroid. She even had done operation on it. But with what is the name? By Eliza.
Yeah.
The woman became stable. even her medical daughter, her medical doctor daughter confirmed that even the way she's looking, that nobody will know that she have that kind of thing, that her body system has normalized. So I now told SM1 that, see, I'm not telling you what I don't know, I'm telling you what I have seen people do. So is there his own is hypo, even the marketing, I said, as far as this training is concerned, if you really want to, make use of it for your own self, you have to take the product. The man didn't have choice and he used it. In fact, after about 5 days, he said that he's feeling a lot better. I said, I told you. And that was how he started using Edma products. Imagine somebody, CMO, is not using our product, but he's selling to other people.
But he's selling and making money. Bought car with retail profits. Let me allow us, Jare. So see you next Tuesday. Next week Tuesday, we'll take another topic, okay? Maybe we'll look at this high blood pressure, and look at it. Okay? Thank you so much.
It's okay.
One resounding Edmark International Club for yourself. 1, 2, ready, go. Edmark
International. Oh, yes.
Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a nice night.
You too, Mama.